How you doing, everybody? My name is Ronald Yuji, calling from Chicago, Illinois. Hear me out. Anyway, today we're going to talk about my past and some of the things that I've been to get to this point in my life. Anyway, I'm a hairstylist by trade, if anyone wants to know. And I I started out as a with a regular job, and I had difference differences of an opinion for working that job because it was a job that required blue collar. I had to put a suit on to go inside of like a funnel or a big stack, and I had to go in and clean it out. And I hated that. That bothered me immensely. Now, I didn't have to do this every single day, but it was like a couple times a week. So anyway, I didn't care for that too much, and I wanted to get out. So anyway, I left that. Well, let me backtrack. I stayed there, but I worked on another job, another mission. Uh, I started out in the hair biz. I'm a registered professional cosmetologist. And if you didn't know that, that's what I've been doing for the last, wow, almost 30 years, believe it or not. So anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. Uh, my A friend of mine had asked me, he said, you know something, do you think you would be good at doing some hair? Because, I can use someone else, and you might be good at that. That might fit you. So I said, well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I really didn't feel that that was something that I would be doing. But anyway, I tried it. He gave me a comb and a mannequin, and I had a stand. And I would practice this stand every single day. And I come to find out that I did like it. And it was fairly easy for me to learn it. So that was something there that kind of made some sense. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and get involved in this apprenticeship training program with him by my side. Now, also, I was still working this other job. So I worked nights, and I came in later that evening and did hair until, until I had to go back to work. But anyway, I really loved doing hair, and it was enjoyable for me. And at that particular time, I said, well, why not? Why not get involved in something like this? And I saw how the business went. So, yeah, I gave it a try, and I gave it a shot, and it was pretty good for me. It worked out pretty damn good for me. So, at that particular time, we did a lot of shows, and we did a lot of presentations that I was responsible for. They made me team leader. I would work for Summit Laboratories. At that particular time, I worked for Clairol. I worked for Johnson's, and I had, a pretty good life. We used to travel every weekend, and we was going here and going there, and checking this out and checking that out, and doing hair on the stage, platform work. And I really had a good time with that. And that lasted for, wow, that lasted for maybe about 5, 6 years. I did that. And so anyway, that's how I got started in the hair biz. And this is when everything started, my life. And after that, I stayed with my friend of mine, and I worked with him for about 3 years, maybe 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. So 2 years I stayed there, but I had my eye on finding another spot, because at that particular time he was looking to move his shop, and he moved in Chicago. Now Chicago really was not my spot, and that was not where I wanted to be. I like being in the southern suburbs, and that's where I wanted to get back to. So anyway, I went back to the south suburbs and got with a lady in her shop, and I worked there for probably a couple of years. So I worked there for a while I was still looking for something for myself, and I eventually found a place for me where I can go, where I can find a spot, and I set up shop, and I went there and started over, per se, or not over, but really I just started a new program in another place. So I got over there, and I moved in about 3 or 4 stylists. 4, I think. It was 4 stylists. And matter of fact, one of them has been with me ever since, and she's still with me right now. But also, I stayed there. We worked there. We had a great time. I mean, the business was great. I mean, really, it was absolutely wonderful. I was able to do my clients when I wanted to. I got a lot of referrals, contacts, and I really did pretty darn good. So anyway, at that point, it was really all good, and it was all good. But I'm going to finish this tape and give you 3 parts to this tape, and I do have to cut it right now because I do have something to do. So I'm going to give you a few more minutes, and I'll finish this tape tomorrow, and I'll do another one the next day. So I'll get you all 3 of them. But anyway, I'm out. If you want to talk to me or reach me, my phone number is 708-828-8159, and you can reach me anytime. Thanks. See ya.